Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Michael, and in my videos, as always, we want to jump straight into the video. But I need just say something in advance today. And to be honest, if I hadn't taken these records myself, I probably wouldn't believe the whole thing. But I don't want to give away much more than that. I would love to play the whole trip, but sorry, this is not possible, because the video would then be much too long. I have picked out the best parts and edited them together for you. So I'm leaving this for you to make your own minds up. And the only thing I can say now is have fun and let's go. So the life jackets are put on and we are on the way. At the first glance, Bangkok looks like any other big cities. For example, London, Paris or Berlin was built on a river. And this river called Chao Phraya River. It starts in the north, in Nakhon Sawan, flows completely through Bangkok and ends in the Gulf of Thailand. Many interesting stories were written along these shores in the past, but I would like to tell you mine. A quick look to our captain, and yes, I think we are in good hands. And you can see we are on a traditional long boat. But why are we starting here? First of all, it is about giving you a bit of culture shock. Here, everything is wonderful and beautifully done. Super great new hotels, but that changed suddenly when we enter the canal Klong Bangkok Yai. This is where the story looks a little different, namely. So hold on tight, because we are now making a big leap into this canal. No, dear people, we haven't made a jump to South America, and we are not driving through the floated favelas. And yes, you could think so, but this is really a canal that runs through Bangkok. That's why I have said, if you don't see it yourself, you can't really believe it. With very few exceptions, every house there is really inhabited. And to understand that, I would like to bring you closer to the life and culture of the Thais in this and the next videos. If we look at these houses now and then swing over to the other side, let's see very clearly how big the difference are there. But still everyone is polite and friendly with each other. That's something we can learn from the Thais again. But not only that. There, look here. They show you how to park a bicycle safely. Yes, it's a joke. But my videos should also be a bit funny. A little laugh is never wrong. In some places the canal is narrower than it looks. When other boats come along from the front, do you have to be a bit careful. As you have seen, they are not going slowly. And by the way, if you see the Thai flags in connection with the yellow farms, then it's actually a temple, a school, a government building, or a military facility. Yes, speaking of not wide enough, we'll have to put the boat in reserve, because it can't go on like this anymore. But our captain is in a good mood, and we have faith in him. Even in such situations, the Thais are completely relaxed, because I believe the word stress does not exist in the Thai language. Isn't that beautiful? You can discover so many different houses here, and this one is a piece of romance for me. As I just said, it is not easy to steer these boats, but watch out for the guy who's coming around the corner. He knows how it's done. There are expert pilots and knows these waters very well. And now, just look at the size of that engine. Here you have a nice comparison between man and machine. But now, please look at the architecture and structures of the building. The contrast is amazing, and we want to let that affect us in a short, quiet moment.
ขอโทษที่ฉันเก็บซ่อนความเป็นจริงเอาไว้ต่อไปไม่ไหวร้องไห้จนฟูมฟายทำให้เธอรำคาญใจเก็บอาการไม่อยู่ขอโทษที่ฉันเก็บซ่อนความเป็นจริงเอาไว้ต่อไปไม่อยู่เกินที่มันจะทนดูอย่างนั้นโดยไม่เสียใจ ฉันควรดีใจใช่ไหมที่เห็นเธอนั้นมีความสุขอยู่กับเขาคนหนึ่งคนนั้นที่เธอบอกว่ารักเขาทั้งหัวใจนั่งมองดูเธอและเขาฉันเหมือนในวันนั้นของสองเราเธอมีคนรักและห่วงเขารักและห่วงและเขาห่วงเธอทั้งหัวใจน้ำตาของฉันมันจึงไหลออกมาไม่รู้ตัวเพราะอะไรให้ฉันดีใจจนร้องไห้หรือฉันเสียใจขอโทษที่ฉัน
And now we have arrived at my personal highlight of this trip. Behind this white fence is a very large temple complex that is away from all the tourist paths. Unfortunately, I haven't been there to this complex yet, but that could still happen. And then, of course, I will also make a video for you. And what is so special about this temple complex? This is the Buddha statue, believe it or not, which has a height of 69 meters or 226 feet, and was only completed in 2021, which you can see very clearly here because the building on the right is not small, but the Buddha statue overshadows this building by far. But now let's continue our journey. Please take a look at the properties on the banks, because this in itself reflects the culture of this amazing country with its people, and you will start to understand the way of life. And this is it, what I'm trying to show you on my road trip. One thing you have to know and remember about the Thais. For them, it is always the most important thing to find their own satisfaction. I think I will do this canal trip again at some point, because there is far too much to discover here. And sometimes you don't know where to look anymore. And Thailand, of course, changes from year to year, which means that next time I will probably get to see completely different things. Before I got to know Thailand, I always looked at home what else I need. And now that I have gotten to know the people, the culture and their way of life, I have realized that actually I have way too much. I learned here for myself that you can be very happy even with very little. But I also know that you can't compare Europe with Thailand. These are two very different worlds. I would love to know what you think or feel in this moment if you see these pictures here in my video. But you can also write it down in the comments. I would be very happy about it. So, my friends, this canal is slowly coming to an end. Now, look and think how this country is changing before your very eyes. Back on the river, it is no less interesting. Just a little different. But if you keep your eyes open, you can discover anything too. Like, for example, this bridge here. Only, if you drive down here, can you see how huge it is? And yes, that is very impressive. And I don't want to know how a lot of concrete was poured here to create something like this. To stay by the river in a hotel on a higher floor isn't exactly cheap. But the view you have from there over the river and many colorful lights at the night is fantastic. And here we can see an original Thai tugboat, which of only pulls small things across the river. That means sometimes, from time to time, not often. In this case, yes. It is better that you forget what I say. Ah, you notice anything? There's no tugboat at the back to keep the whole vehicle on track or bring it to stop again. But I'm sure the captain is not doing it for the first time. And we should not forget that we are in Thailand, and there a lot is different. If you just want to cross the river, you could take one of these small ferries. It costs around 20 baht, which is roughly 50 cents or 54 pence. Speaking of wonderful hotels, there are also really crazy hotels. I always like to call this one Tetris Hotel, like the game. It looks like under construction, but no, that's actually finished. But we'll deal with that later. This is the Millennium Hilton. I'd love to sit up there in a restaurant and enjoy the view, but I don't think I can't even afford a portion of chips. Unfortunately, my time is up, and our little trip is ending here. If you enjoy my video, could I ask you to like and subscribe for more content? I will be very happy about it. And with that, I say goodbye now and hope to see you again soon.